Well, Janette Brittin is widely regarded still as one of the best that England ever produced in the game. She was an absolutely fantastic batter, a really good fielder as well. From a point of view of test matches, she's still the highest run scorer, scored 5 test centuries, which is an incredible effort considering how few test matches she was able to play in.
Well, Jan Brittin straddled eras, not just in English women's cricket, but in the global game. When she first played a test match in 1979, one of her teammates was Rachel Hayhoe-Flint, who was a leading figure in the women's game at the time. And when Jan Brittin played her final test in 1998, almost 20 years later, she opened the batting with Charlotte Edwards, who was a giant of the modern game. So Jan Brittin was there as women's cricket developed from its amateur era into the professional era, really. One of her teammates called her a professional in an amateur era.
She had so many qualities as a player and as a teammate and as a person. Everybody who knew Jan speaks unbelievably highly of her. As a cricketer, she was an amazing technician. She was very classy as an opening batter.
Many people spoke very highly of her technique and how good she was to watch. So many people said that just watching her was fabulous. Even her opponents actually said they loved watching her bat, despite the fact that she scored so many runs against them.
Well, Jan Brittin always says that the highlight of her career was the 1993 World Cup, which took place in England. England reached the final against New Zealand at Lord's. She walked out through the long room. She said there were tears in her eyes. It was an emotional moment because women, of course, hadn't been allowed to play many games at Lord's. This was only the third one-day international that England's women had played at Lord's. She went out and she top scored. She took the winning catch and England won the World Cup.
The series that really sticks in my mind was my first Ashes series in 1998 and ended up being Jan's last series before she announced her retirement. And that Ashes series came on the back of a 5-0 hammering by Australia in the ODI series. Jan made 100 at Guildford in the first test match, which we drew. We then went up to Harrogate for the second test, where she did make 150 in the first innings. And then in the third test at Worcester, she also made 70 odd. So it was a series of real dominance from her at the top of the order. And to watch her go about her business was, I was full of awe and admiration for the way she played in that series.
Janette Brittin will be remembered for somebody who I think put the game first. She was so passionate about cricket and her performances and putting her team first as well. It meant so much to her playing cricket for so many years.
She was a standard bearer for women's cricket. She helped take it into the modern era, and she'll always be regarded as a hero within the English game.